Hey guys, it's me, Hannah McCoy here, and I wanted to hop on here and talk to you guys about getting out of your head. I've been wanting to do it for a while now. God's laid it on my heart to do it, but I got in my head and I told myself I couldn't do it. I told myself there's no reason why you should be talking about this. You're too much in your head to be talking about getting out of your head. And you know what? I am in my head. I'm in my head quite often. But one thing that I've learned and a good mentor reminded me is you can't get out of your head until you do the one thing you're in your head about. So, I want to encourage you today. Are you in your head? Then let's get out of it together. And this is how you do it. If God's told you to do something, go for it. Take that step to do it. Don't listen to yourself of that, I can't, I'm not good enough. Because here's the deal. God doesn't make mistakes, and He would not ask you to watch you fall. He wants you to grab His hand and go on with Him. Now, are you a person that's in their head that constantly mull overs the mistakes that they've made? That constantly goes like, I've done this wrong and I've done that wrong, or I cannot believe I said that, or I can't believe I've done that, I know better not to do that. Well, here's the deal. If you've asked for forgiveness, if you've prayed and said, God, please forgive me, and you've went and made amends, then you should not be mulling over those mistakes, because you're the only one bringing them up. God has forgiven you and has cast it as far as the east is from the west. And the second deal is too, if you cannot forgive yourself, you can't step up and do the things that you want to do for God and to do the things that God has asked you to do. And if you're like, Hannah, I don't know how to do this, I don't know how to get out of my head, well, it's a day-by-day step. And one of the big deals that I've learned to get out of my head is in James 4:7. And it says, humble yourself before the Lord. Here's the deal. When you're in your head, it's all about you. You constantly tell yourself, I can't do this, I can't believe I've done this, or oh God, I'm not good enough, or God, you can't use me. It's all about you. It's all about me. It's all about I. And here's the deal. We can't do it. Matthew 19:26 says, humanly it is impossible, but with God all things are possible. So if God's asking you to do it, you can do it because it's possible. Get out of your head, take the leap of faith, and do what God has asked you to do. And if you're telling yourself that you're not good enough, that is a lie from the devil, because here's the deal. You are good enough. And if you believe or you feel like people don't like you, or if people don't think you're good enough, here's the other deal. It's between you and God. You grab onto the people that encourage you, and if you fall, it's okay. You learn from that mistake and you get up and you go on. And don't mull it over. Because here's the deal. We learn from our mistakes. When we make mistakes, we go, okay, I don't make that one again. Let's try to do it again. I'm 26 years old. I have made plenty of mistakes in my life. But here's the deal I've learned in my 26 years. I know what not to do for the next 26 years. And I can help people that haven't lived as long as me not to make the mistakes that I have made. But I can't do any of that if I'm in my head. Because when you're in your head, you have anxiety of what if I do this wrong? What if I do that wrong? Or you have fear. Oh, what if I screw up? God, what if I mess this person up and tell them the wrong thing? Here's the deal. If you're going by the Spirit and you're doing what God asked you to do, then it will be okay. Lead. Let God lead you. Don't lead yourself. And don't let your mind control your emotions. Our mind dictates how we feel. If we feel like we're not good enough, if our mind tells us that we're not good enough, you're going to feel like you're not good enough. Control your mind by taking a moment and being with God. If you feel like you're telling yourself that you're not good enough and you're mulling over all those mistakes, do what James 4:7 tells you. Humble yourself before the Lord. Talk to Him and be like, God, I need I need a moment. That's what I tell myself. I sit down, I'm like, God, I need a moment. I need you to take this moment, clear my mind, show me who you think I am. I worded that wrong. Show me to who I am and who you created me to be. Because this is the deal. You are a son and you are a daughter of the most King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. And He created you to do many great things. He created you, if you're a mother, to be a mother, a wife, a daughter. And a big deal that I've learned too is He created you just to walk with Him. You don't have to do the big fancy stuff. And I've known that for a long time. But one of the big deals that I've learned of getting out of my head is the most important thing that He wants you to have is peace of mind. And if you're constantly looking for the big moments and the big ahas, you're missing the biggest blessing that He wants to give you, and it's that intimacy with Him. Take your moment, be vulnerable with the Lord, be vulnerable with yourself, and be honest to God. And be like, I'm feeling this way. Even though He knows it, He's a gentleman. And He's not going to intervene. He wants you to be like, I feel this way. Please help me, guide me, lead me. So I challenge you this week. If God's telling you to do something, go for it. Take out that step. Take that leap of faith. Take that risk. Grab onto God's hand and run. Or if you're in your head and you constantly mull over those mistakes, take your moment and be like, yes, I've made a mistake. Let's not do another one. And learn from them. So, God bless everyone, and I can't wait to see everyone.